Revealing Food Secrets with Angela
and Kathleen. Today we're going to focus on trans fats.
We will be making 2 seemingly healthy dishes.
But you'll be surprised at what we found inside.
The first thing we are going to cook is a vegetable noodle soup. I'm going to cut the carrots, the celery, and the onions.
And I'll be mixing the store brand noodle soup mix.
Rolling.
Okay, the noodles go in the boiling water.
Now we're going to add the onions.
They smell really good.
Yeah. Some healthy celery for crunch.
Yes.
And some chopped carrots for
Ooh.
nice orange color, some healthy beta-carotene.
Excellent for your eyes.
Yeah.
Ow!
Don't you know there's trans fat in that, which is bad for you?
What are you talking about? I didn't know it was different kinds of fats.
There are different kinds of fats, I'll tell you. The best fat for your health is monounsaturated fat, which is found in olive oil. These fat lower the blood cholesterol in your blood, therefore lowering the risk of coronary heart disease. Saturated fats, which are found in butter and full-fat cheeses, raise the level of cholesterol in your blood. However, in moderation, saturated fats are part of a healthy diet. The worst type of fats are trans fat, which are created in an industrial process called hydrogenation, which adds hydrogen to liquid vegetable oil to make them more solid. Another name for trans fat is partially hydrogenated oils. Companies like using trans fat in their foods because they are inexpensive to produce and they last a long time. Trans fats are detrimental to your health because they raise the bad cholesterol, LDL cholesterol, and lower the good cholesterol, HDL cholesterol. Eating trans fat raises your risk of developing heart disease and type 2 diabetes. On a molecular level, you can see how monounsaturated fats and trans fats are different. In the monounsaturated fats, there is a cis formation, meaning that the hydrogens are on the same side of the carbon chain. This produces a kink in the chain, which prevents the fat from packing into a crystal formation, keeping it liquid at room temperature. In the trans fat, the hydrogens are on the opposite side of the carbon chain, producing a straight chain. This allows trans fats to pack into a solid at room temperature. Therefore, trans fats remain in the bloodstream, resulting in the buildup of plaque in the arteries. After we let the soup simmer for 10 minutes on the stove, this was the finished product.
It looks really delicious.
It looks very healthy too. It's a clear liquid, just chicken broth. It's got a lot of vegetables in it.
And full of antioxidants.
But let's look at the box.
Okay, here in the store-bought brand noodle soup mix, I see that the 4th ingredient listed is partially hydrogenated soybean and cottonseed oils. And as you know, ingredients in products are listed according to the quantity of the item that is in the product.
So that means that this seemingly healthy meal has a lot of trans fat in it, in the form of partially hydrogenated cottonseed
And that's
soybean
not
oil.
a good thing.
That's not a good thing. Next, we're going to be making breaded chicken cutlet. We're going to use very lean white meat chicken breasts and a store-bought brand of breadcrumbs.
I'll be spraying with a light cooking spray on the baking sheet.
So this is a relatively healthy meal,
Oh yes,
using white meat chicken,
it's very low in fat,
using healthy cooking spray, not a lot of oils,
not at all.
and just a very light dredging.
And we won't be frying them, we'll be baking them in the
Baking
oven.
them in the oven, which is very heart healthy.
Okay, you want to get those into the oven now?
Yep. We're going to cook the chicken at 350 degrees for 30 minutes. We already have have these that we made earlier.
Oh, they look delicious.
Yes.
Look how nice and crispy and brown they
So
are.
we'll put them on the serving platter. So again, these look like pretty healthy. We baked them in the oven.
Sure they are. They're white meat
Lean
chicken,
white meat chicken breast.
low in fat.
Not too much dredging in the bread. Now let's check the list of ingredients.
Okay. Oh no, here I see
Again.
it. It's the 5th ingredient.
Oh my goodness.
Partially hydrogenated vegetable oil, soybean oil and cottonseed oil, and corn and canola oils. They're all partially hydrogenated.
So again, in the store-bought brand breading, there's trans fat. So this seemingly healthy meal is really bad for your health.
Hey, why can't I have it?
There's trans fat in that.
How am I supposed to know what foods have trans fat in them?
I'll tell you. So let's explore why consumers would buy the in-store brand products rather than the authentic name brand products.
Well, just look at the prices. For example, the Progresso breadcrumbs are $2.39, but the store-bought is
in-store brand.
in-store brand is $1.59. That's a significant price difference.
So I'm sure that people wouldn't even look at the ingredients, would just see the price.
If you're not knowledgeable, you wouldn't know.
How about these sugar wafers?
Wow.
This package is only 8.5 ounces and it's $5, while this package is 9 ounces and it's only $1.99. And this store-bought brand has 3.5 grams of trans fat in 4 wafers.
Oh no.
So consumers would go for the cheaper brand and they would get 3.5 grams of trans fat.
And look at the macaroni and cheese that we made earlier.
Easy Mac versus Rapid Mac, which is the in-store brand, is double the price. And this Rapid Mac has 1.5 grams of trans fat per pouch. Meanwhile, the Easy Mac has no trans fat, but it's double the price. So the consumer, not looking at the ingredients, would go for the Rapid Mac, which is cheaper, not knowing that they're eating on even unhealthier macaroni and cheese than they could be eating.
And let's look at the vegetable shortening.
Crisco, which was the original trans fat demon, now, in today's age, has no trans fat. It says 0 trans fat per serving. And the in-store brand vegetable shortening has 3 grams of trans fat per 1 tablespoon. But looking at the price, this huge container of vegetable shortening is only $3.19, while this tiny little container of Crisco is $2.80. So the consumer would go for this because it's cheaper. Meanwhile, they're getting much more trans fat and it's much worse for their health.
Right. So what can we do about all this?
What can we do? We can try to persuade the in-store brands from completely getting rid of trans fat in their products so that consumers who are worried about their money and even who are not, who are worried about quantity instead of quality, would go for the cheaper brand and that would have no trans fat. It's up to the in-store brands to get rid of it and to start a rolling of no trans fat in supermarkets.
Good luck. What do you propose be done about this problem?
All supermarkets in the U.S. should stop the use of partially hydrogenated oil in their in-store brand products. This will cause other companies to do the same and ultimately benefit the health of the consumer.
I've learned a lot here today.
Good.
Ow! What did you do that for?
I just felt like hitting you.